Do you or a loved one struggle with dispensing your medication? Watch this.
This is the result of using a normal pill cap when faced with mobility impairments such as Brian. And because of the room for error, what started as an inconvenience can quickly turn into something worse. Thankfully, Brian doesn't have to step back because he has the Plex cap. With our product, Brian doesn't have to worry about tremors getting the best of him, especially when it comes to dispensing his medication.
Our four-part product, tailored to the elderly or those who lack dexterity in their hands or impaired motor skills, assist the user dispensing the required dosage. Compatible with your common prescription bottles and an added child lock for further protection, you can receive one pill at a time, every time.
No animals were harmed.
Okay guys, so we are the Plex Cap, presented by me, Ryan,
Josh, and that's Owen.
So we are here to revolutionize dispensing your medication. Now, with this iteration here, you saw as Brian had difficulty dispensing his medication because he has essential tremors, causing uncontrollable shakiness, which is leading to causing a difficulty in dispensing the proper dosage. Here though, with the Plex Cap, you can see we have a solution to dispensing one pill at a time, every time. By this design here, you have your child lock, and you also have a rotating lever that allows for zero human error when dispensing the proper amount of medication. Our other iterations, once we start from the beginning, because we had this idea of we need to help people dispense medication. We have problems getting the proper medication from a simple time that we have trying to get medication. Maybe we're in a rush, or maybe we suffer from some hand impairment. So our first iteration here was just a simple lever that dispenses your medication. Our second one, we got feedback from judges and people close to us that we should implement a child lock for further protection. And then our third iteration here, because it was a little confusing understanding how the child lock exactly works, we have ourselves arrows that help you to control where that is going at that given moment. And throughout the years, we will then be expanding, adding multiple different size holes for different types of medication, because it's not just tremors that people have difficulty with when dispensing medication, it can be anybody. So we want to implement that for everyone.
And then before designing a product, we looked into the other competitors in the industry. On the far left, you just have your common prescription bottle caps, those don't help you dispense your pills at all. And then you got your pill organizers, you still have to dispense them out of the prescription bottle, so those don't help without spilling. And then you got your MedRite double dose cap that goes in the prescription bottles. However, that one does not guarantee one pill at a time. And then you've got your third-party pill dispenser, but does not guarantee one at a time.
Again, so we're targeting tremors because of the uniqueness of our product, allowing you to dispense one pill at a time. Other mobility impairments can cause shaky hands and lack of dexterity, but because everyone can spill pills, we believe this can benefit anybody, and thus why we are targeting and expanding with our product.
So, year one, we're going to be establishing our social media presence, mainly on TikTok, as well as Facebook and YouTube. What we'll be doing on those social media platforms is we will be posting testimonial videos, introductions to our product, and updates to our product to kind of show our audience and our target market what our product is and how it can help them. And then in addition, we're going to be testing prototypes. We're going to be optimizing our design that we have, and we're going to be, in addition, gathering face-to-face pre-orders with a website we all have in year one.
And then with this website, this is just trying to showcase you exactly how our website will work, depending on the size pill that you have, based on your prescription medication. You will have your cylindrical pill diameter that you can select from, and while we have our initial inventory of sales, we will be trying to prioritize that whole diameter to whatever pill you're trying to utilize for your prescription medication. So you would select the diameter there, the prescription bottle size, and when it's easier, you can just select the medication that you have and we'll tailor it to that size.
So year one, the plan is targeting Kenner County through face-to-face sales. So through neurology, we found about the number of Tremors patients, and we cut that down to the percent treated, which was 64%. And then due to our survey that we put out, we got 70% interest in our product from the people that filled it out. And then the most common Tremors medication is Primidone at 46.6% usage rate. And then with our projected sale percentage of 25%, it brings our year one sales to 331.
And then, so talking about revenue year one, we're gonna price our cap originally at $749 with our higher cost year one. And then with the 331 sales, mouth to mouth, with that data that Owen just talked about, we also estimate that with our social media presence and our website being available on those social media presence, we think we can get up to 1,000 total sales with that additional 670 through that website, making our revenue range year one from about $2,400 to $7,400. And then we're going to be producing using a 3D printer, using that same food grade FDA approved filament that is our newest design, and then multiplying that by the number of units we will be selling, which is 330 to that high range of 1,000. We generate a cost will be from $262 to $735.
And then expanding on to our year two, based on how well selling our initial inventory can be, we'll begin actual manufacturing by investing in a steel mold. Now, this money will come from initial sales that we're making through our website and face-to-face, as well as personal investment, and potentially looking for a loan as well. And then we'll also be utilizing our online shop, particularly through Amazon, but also exploring the TikTok shop as well, because that complements the socials that we're producing year one.
So then our startup costs, we're looking at about $3,000 for our patent year two. And then our steel mold for 4 cavities is $40,000. And then our machine setup cost is $1,000, bringing our startup cost to $44,000. And then our cost of goods sold for year two, it's about 17 cents for machine and labor rate per unit. We're going to be using a polypropylene for our plastic at 3 cents per unit, and our Amazon selling fee is 99 cents per unit. And with our projected 115,000 units sold, that brings our cost of goods sold for year two, 136,850.
And then revenue year two, we're going to be lowering the price of our cap because our costs per unit are now lower to $499 per cap, and then with that projection of 150,000 sales, our year two revenue is $570,000 approximately. And then our total addressable market is technically just adults taking prescription drugs, which is 131 million in the United States, and that would, with that same price point of $499, bring about 650 million in revenue. But talking about the serviceable addressable market, this is where we'll be targeting in year three. This is taken in the same funnel as before, except for the Primidone drug. It's just a broad over everyone who has hand disability and who is prescribed for their hand disability, and that brings 2.2 million, and then the revenue that can be generated from that at that price point is going to be 10.9. And us three, as Flex, we're going to be continuing to build this business and develop it as we go on our separate ways to college. And we aim to use any proceedings from this event or any pitch competitions in the future to go tour our business.